This is Alfa Romeo Giulia Lusso, the amazing sedan. I've been an Alfa Romeo skeptic for quite a while. I've heard about them driving amazingly and how they're the best looking cars around. Well, there are a lot of cars that drive amazing and look good, and most of them aren't as historically unreliable. Now that I've finally had a chance to drive this Giulia, yes, this is my first Alfa experience, I finally get it. This thing is a blast to drive. I hold the Jaguars in higher regard, except the diesel, and I think this car is another step above in driving dynamics. The steering is super quick and laser sharp, and the wheel has just the right amount of heft and resistance. The car is eager to turn into a corner, and it feels light and responsive. On top of that, the ride quality is surprisingly good, if just a tad firm. Even the engine is sweet. Sure, it's not the shrieking V6 in the quadrifoglio, but this turbo 4-cylinder is spunky. It's rated at 280 horsepower and 306 pound-feet of torque, but it feels stronger than that. The little 4-cylinder also makes a nice gargling growl that I wish was louder. I think Alfa should seriously consider offering some kind of sport package with a louder intake and exhaust. On the downside, there's a hint of turbo lag, and the engine redline's quite low, below 6,000 revolutions per minute in fact. There were a couple of times in manual shifting mode that I hit the rev limiter thinking I must have more RPM before having to shift. The weak point of the Alfa in the interior. It looks nice at a glance with the leather-wrapped dash and door panels, and wood trim, but it falls short on important details. The most off-putting issue are the knobs for the drive mode selector, infotainment, and volume. These feel seriously chintzy. They're loose and plasticky, and feel like they came from an Econo box from a decade ago. The seats also lack support pretty much anywhere. The lack of bolstering was my biggest complaint as I found myself sliding out of my seat in tighter corners. I also noticed the odd creak from plastic now and then on this roughly 4,000-mile car. All in all, though, I love driving this Alfa. I don't even feel like a quadrifoglio would be really necessary. The T version is great as is. If it turns out to be reasonably reliable, I may even become an Alfa convert. My colleagues have used some apt words to describe this car. Gorgeous, interesting, exotic. Spunky certainly fits the way it drives. The engine and handling are easy to love. And then there's a mention of chintzy and enigmatic, which may pave the way for another adjective.